I pulled Sandrone and she's interesting. Sandrone is here. Everyone's favorite tsundere has finally become playable, and in today's video, we'll be doing a complete review on her playstyle, teams, weapons, and free-to-play friendliness as of 6.7. We'll also be ranking her standing in today's meta on a scale from 1 to 10 at the end of the video. Sandrone is a 5-star cryo main DPS who uses the brand new Stellar Conduct reaction to deal large amounts of damage. Stellar Conduct, a new version of Super Conduct, can only be enabled through Sandrone, either for herself or for other cryo and electro characters. When on the team, if a party member triggers Super Conduct, Sandrone will automatically trigger the Stellar Conduct reaction. This new reaction will likely be extremely relevant when Snezhnaya releases, so if you care at all about that, I'd definitely recommend pulling Sandrone. Okay, so she's Super Conduct's newest buff, but how does this actually play out on the field? Well, when Sandrone uses her charged attack, she spawns in a robot maid who fires small rounds of cryo at enemies and 3 large beams of Stellar Conduct damage. If Sandrone is being played as a main DPS, she will usually be used after every support has done their part in the rotation. So what does this actually look like? I'll show you. Once you've cycled through your characters, you'll want to use Sandrone's skill and hold her charged attack, aiming at the enemy. This will in turn allow you to deal great amounts of damage. Her charged attack burns out after the 3 large hits of damage, so you'll want to click her skill again after she's overheated for maximum efficiency. You can do this about 3 times until you start losing DPS. Now, if you're pulling Sandrone for another character, you can expect a totally different playstyle. Sadly, since Sandrone was mainly released to be a main DPS, she might not apply all the buffing we'd hoped for, but she definitely does her part in something else. That something else is turning characters' Super Conduct damage into Stellar Conduct, in turn making them deal greatly enhanced numbers. This is a significant upgrade because characters can gain a maximum of 14% increased damage just from having the new reaction. Using that knowledge, we know that Sandrone has many different teams, most of them being quite interesting in all honesty. As to why, this new unit made Chi-Chi useful. Yes, Chi-Chi. Not only Chi-Chi, but Yaemiko has also become an insane support for Stellar Conduct reactions and a great character to have on the team. Usually, Sandrone's premium team consists of her, Chi-Chi, or Escoffier, Yaemiko, and a flex slot. The flex slot can usually be an attack buffer, like Nicole or Bennett, but you can also use another cryo or electro unit. As for the cryo supports, Chi-Chi and Escoffier are recommended, and you can use one or the other, whichever one is more invested in. When talking about electro slots, Sandrone becomes a little more picky. Her best electro supports are Yaemiko and C6 Beto. If not those, you lose a significant amount of damage, but you can still use Fischl, Anefa for great stacks, Raiden, or Kuki. You will usually want one or the other to be on a 4-piece noblesse set for the extra attack. You can use a 4-piece instructor on one of the supports, as Sandrone could also use some EM. If using Escoffier, a 4-piece tenacity would also be great. Overall, I'd recommend using Yae, Chi-Chi, and whichever extra attack buffer you can get on the team. Besides her really niche teams, her weapon options are quite accessible. For 4 stars, Mailed Flower and Tidal Shadow are the go-tos. For 5 stars, her best options are her signature, 1000 Blazing Suns, and Verdict. You can make the most of her signature and Mavuika's weapon, but not Verdict, as it requires specific geo-based reactions to use 100% of the passive. Would I pull as a free-to-play? As of now, no. Currently, Sandrone requires many niche supports and lots of investments to compete, meaning between levels, talents, artifacts, and pulling, you'll be making insane sacrifices just to be able to compete. I recommend waiting until her rerun, assuming better and more accessible Snezhnaya supports have come out by then. Overall, if you like her character and have weighed your options and you still want to pull, go ahead. Nobody can dictate what you do with your account. On a personal note, I rate her a 7 out of 10. She's without a doubt a strong character, but she currently requires many investments to compete with other free-to-play friendlier options. I hope this guide helped you at least a little bit in figuring out if Sandrone is for you or not. Bye bye.